Bliss, bliss, bliss. Welcome to a brand new weekly reading. Rissa Vibes here, aka Readings by Rissa. So excited to connect with you as always. As you all settle into this week's reading, allow yourself to take a couple deep breaths and just let go of any energy from last week. Let go of any stress or distraction from your day or weekend thus far. And let's just get into this new vibration that we are entering with the spring equinox that we are currently transitioning into from yesterday into today. And also, we have so much transition in regards to our new year energy, this being the astrological new year with Aries season kicking off today as well. So we have a lot of energy to dive into. We're going to cover the spring equinox. We're also going to cover just a little bit of the full moon in Libra just to prep us for that on Sunday. And we're also going to talk about all the spirit messages for the collective as a channel and professional intuitive, the messages that come through from that. Okay, so I'm super excited to dive in. Let me know how all of you are doing. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Take a few deep breaths. And let's go ahead and start. Let's start today's reading, this week's reading. And we're covering March 21st, which is today, all the way until March 28th, 2021. Okay. Now we are in the Lady of the Stars month, according to the annual reading from the beginning of the year when I pulled a card for every single month. And so the Lady of the Stars energy is a cosmic energy. It is a divine feminine energy. It is a energy that allows us to consider our cosmic selves and our connection to the stars. And it's also an energy that allows us to tap into higher vibrations of our intuition, higher vibrations of our dreamy astral energy, and just allowing us to open our mind and open our hearts to a very strong cosmic activation that we've been undergoing lately. So this is a beautiful energy. This is a wonderful time to dive into the cosmic connections that we have. I do offer cosmic connections readings, so if that's something that you're interested in, definitely check out the link in this video once it's uploaded, and also in previous videos for one-on-one schedulings. Okay. Also, I did post my Starseed Saturday meditation yesterday. I've been posting them on my OnlyFans page now. It allows me to add a little bonuses, which includes being able to pull a galactic heritage card personally for you every week for those who are interested in that, and also allowing me to post those regularly on OnlyFans. And it's a great way for you to donate as well to the content that I provide. So definitely check it out. My OnlyFans page is where I'm going to be putting most of my content and funneling most of my content. So it's going to be a really great transition that I'm undergoing as well. So let's do that together and just continue to see how things unfold in that way and in our community, our Web of Light community. So, all right, let's go ahead and review last week's cards so that we can really get a feel for where we're leaving off from in regards to the energy. And then we'll go right into this week's card pull and this week's spirit messages. Okay. All right, so last week we had the Tower card. The Tower card was at the middle or the beginning of the week, and that was really letting us know that, yeah, there's some things crumbling. There's some things that are just getting wiped away, wiped out, and rearranged, rebuilt, reconfigured. And to allow that Tower to happen, because in the middle of the week, we were called to study the changes, to study the chaos, to study some of the things that were feeling unstable and destructive, and to study behind why the energy is really expressing itself that way, to understand more of a conscious perspective on it, and to understand what lessons may be in place or what aspects of yourself may be being called forth with the changes that are occurring, right? And to really step into that with this sense of courage and bold energy. Then at the end of the week, we had the manifestation card, which was beautiful because it let us know that despite that Tower energy, because we are able to study it consciously, we then activate a beautiful, of manifestation, this opportunity to create our reality and to understand how our beliefs, how our thoughts, how our emotions, and how our determination for our goals can really shape our manifestation power. Okay. Powerful, powerful week last week. All right. And we were just coming off that Pisces new moon last week. So now we are in this week preparing for our Libra full moon at the end of this week. Okay. So moving from Libra energy into, or Pisces energy into Libra energy. And we also have a strong Aries energy as well, since we are officially now in Aries season. Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about the elements of that and all of the ways that that expresses itself this week. But let's go right into the first set of messages, which are the spirit messages of this week. These are the messages that I get from reading the Mass Collective Energy. I do a lot of dream time work. I speak to my guides and work with my guides in dream time and get a lot of messages that way. That's how I got a lot of my messages today. And also connecting to the patterns I'm seeing in the energy of the readings I do regularly as a professional intuitive. So tons of ways that I get downloads throughout the week via these, readings every week and what I bring forth. So super excited to share. And this first message of the week is really all about comparison, competition, and imposter syndrome. Okay. This also includes jealousy or just kind of different haterade kind of attitudes, if you follow me. And this is something that can happen to all of us and does happen to all of us. This is a very human experience. And this is something that really happens as a result of shadows of the leader. And that's why I called this reading Shadows of the Leader, because shadows of the leader means that we are starting to wake up to our leadership qualities. We're starting to be called forth into our leadership roles. We're starting to be pulled into more of our skills and upgraded talents and capabilities. And we're starting to surround ourselves and be surrounded by more leaders in that way, because we are stepping into our own leadership. And so with that comes the human side of things, which is the energy of that imposter syndrome or that comparison and competition energy or jealousy. And so this is something that is just part of the shadows of the leader, okay? And this is the shadow work that is necessary when we are stepping into our leadership gifts. And so it's super important for us to activate more awareness around our own shadows of our leadership qualities, the ways in which we think differently, and how our thinking can really create a negative experience or a positive experience. So notice how your thoughts around your gifts, around your talents, around the leadership you're stepping into is shaping your experience in that leadership role. Are you starting to feel less excited about your leadership role? Are you starting to feel less secure and confident in your leadership? Are you starting to feel more overwhelmed by the ways you're being called into leadership? If so, it's most likely a result of thoughts or feelings you're allowing into your being that are not fueling a positive energy for leadership, meaning you're letting in some of these doubts of your skills and talents because you're comparing yourself to others that do the same thing you do, or you're thinking that you need to compete with others that are around you, or this energy of feeling jealous of others who may have something that you are working towards gaining. Okay. This energy is something to notice. And if we don't notice it, we can't actually clear it and transmute it and channel that energy into a more positive perspective, a more positive set of emotions that actually will help us grow. Because if we're constantly comparing ourselves to others, or we're constantly trying to compete with others, that means we're looking outside of ourselves for growth and success. And that's absolutely not where we should be focusing. And that's why we end up having such a negative experience internally. It's because we're focusing on the wrong things for the things that we want, for the success, for the growth, for the abundance that we want. If we want success, growth, and abundance in our natural skills, gifts, and talents, we need to funnel more attention inward. We need to allow ourselves to be our own competition. We need to allow ourselves to compare to compare ourselves to who we were 2 months ago, who we were 2 days ago, who we were 2 years ago. Because when we do that, we start to get more inspired to continue progressing forward versus feeling, you know, frustrated that we're not on somebody else's path. It's not our path. And God, source, our higher self, you know, our spirit guides are not leading us on our path in order to get us on somebody else's path. They're leading us on our path, and they've given us the gifts that we've been given because they know that on our path we will be successful if we stick to it. So don't look to other people's path for guidance on your own. Don't look to other people's path for comparison or competition in how to gain your success and your abundance. Look to yourself, look to your heart, look to your progress so far on your path, look to the goals you have for the future, look to the thoughts, emotions, and actions that you're taking every day that either align to that future that you want or not align to that future that you want, and start making the redirective actions to get to a better place. Okay, that's the reason why these shadows show up. They show up because they're letting us know that they are in the way of our success. Okay, so let that be your lesson when those shadows come up. Let that be a moment of gratitude where we can say, wow, thank you for showing me that I have this energy of imposter syndrome and that it's in the way of my success, that it's a distraction to where I'm going, right? And now I can face it, I can look at it, I can figure out why it's there and what I'm telling myself or allowing myself to feel that isn't true, that's keeping me from feeling and thinking things that are way more true and way more aligned to where I want to go, right? This is a powerful thing. So no more comparison, no more competition, no more imposter syndrome. You were given the gifts you were given for a reason, and you are meant to be here in that leadership role, shining your light. Don't let anything or anyone distract you from that truth, okay? Now, this takes a lot of time and work to actually get to that point where you're not letting it influence you. And I'm here for you. So I'm going to be posting some content on my OnlyFans to help people work through some of these shadows of the leader, and also to just kind of talk more about it. So if you're interested in learning more, please make sure to subscribe to my OnlyFans channel, and make sure to send me a message and say, I'm really excited for this shadow work of the leader or shadows of the leader work, you know, and that way I know that you're there for that, and I can really put that content out and let you know when it shows up on the page. Okay, totally free to subscribe to my OnlyFans, by the way, and I'm putting a lot of free content on there right now, so take advantage. All right, so we want to fight these things and face them. These are the shadows that allow us to step into our leadership once we do that facing. And we cure it. We cure these shadows by loving them and by sending love where love is needed. So that's a lot of the work I'm going to discuss in the OnlyFans lectures, is really understanding how to shine light where love is needed based on the shadows that are showing up, and how to recognize you know, that's the root, and also what kind of love and what kind of actions we can take to shine love in those directions. So if you're interested in that, again, please sign up for my OnlyFans and make sure to DM me and let me know that you're looking for that content, because I'm very much on a audience driven content on OnlyFans. So if people say, yes, I want to see this, please post it, I'm like, cool, I'll post it. But if I don't get a lot of hits or people don't seem like they're really ready for that content, I'm like, cool, they're not ready yet. Whenever they're ready, they'll let me know. Okay, so let me know if you're ready for that kind of content. And you can also comment in here. I'll read the comments. So, all right, the next part of this energy of this week to pay attention to is the fact that we have the power to instantly manifest things. Okay, so beautiful. I love Kevin just said, I'm loving the shadows and manifestation and manifesting. Yeah, so it kind of goes back and forth, right? This energy of facing shadows in order to build our manifestation power and feel more connected and confident in it. And so with that, we are in this place of instant manifestation. Okay, so we have to make sure we're asking for the things we want very specifically, and we're also asking wisely. Okay, don't make the mistake of asking for things that you don't really want, because I guarantee you there will be some manifestations of that, and we call that a miscreation. Okay, a miscreation. And this is an energy that happens often. You know, we'll notice, you know, maybe we ask for a promotion at a new job, and then we get that promotion and we realize, oh my gosh, this is way too much work. This whole department is unorganized. I'm not even making enough money for what I'm doing, and this isn't even what I like to do. And then it's like, oops, miscreated that promotion, right? It wasn't actually in alignment. So notice how that happens in your life, and notice if that's happening a lot, because it is a sign that you are manifesting. So don't think that you're not manifesting because things aren't going your way. You may be manifesting a lot of things that you're asking for, but you're just asking for the wrong things, and that's why it's feeling so off and so out of balance. Okay, so make sure you recognize how much you're manifesting in your life based on what you're asking, and if you're having some miscreations there, because we are in the spring now. It's springtime. You know, new life is being birthed. New buds are forming on the trees and on the plants. We're feeling the energy of the sunshine coming back and growing the grass back. And we're feeling this energy of abundance and planting seeds and seeing things grow and seeing things come to life and come to fruition. So be very attentive to how you're allowing other things in your life to come to fruition based on the energy that you are communicating and giving off in the universe, okay? I also want to just mention, shout out to a couple of my clients. I have a couple of clients, you know who you are if you're watching this, that recently I had gave readings for, and I was like, yo, I feel like this baby's coming through soon. Like there's a kiddo on the way, if you'll allow it. Ooh, I'm getting chills when I'm talking about it. And I got messages from not just one, but two clients recently who just got word that they are expecting, and super excited for them. So shout out to all of them who are, expecting. And this is a beautiful energy of spring as well. This energy of new life forming and coming to fruition in the world, on the planet, and us as luminaries birthing that through, whether it's through actual, childbearing, or whether it's through new projects, new things we're putting into the world, new inventions, new ideas, new service we're activating, new phases in our life that we're rebirthing into. That's the energy of the spring equinox. Okay, so we're seeing that happen, and it's beautiful. This is an energy of also resurrection and rebirth. So some of us are actually resurrecting old gifts, old skills, old talents, old interests, old goals of the past. And we're starting to put energy behind them again because we're recognizing how important they are and how much capability we have to achieving them. Some of us are also rebirthing in our own awareness. We're becoming more aware. We're becoming more enlightened. We're healing ourselves, we're releasing trauma, and we're kind of shedding that old skin, that traumatic energy. And this is an energy of powerful transformation, okay? And this energy of resurrection and rebirth is also the spring equinox. And so we're sowing new seeds with that. So take into account what you want in this new phase of rebirth or resurrection that you have stepped into. And again, allow yourself to lean in to any shadow work necessary to move things out of the way in order for you to really be aligned to that path of rebirth that you're stepping into. Now we are in the Aries season, like I said, so alchemy of the Aries is something that my guides were really bringing forth for me. And what I was getting in that is that the alchemy of the Aries is this energy of being able to step first ahead, step forward, and step first into something. Meaning, maybe you haven't seen a lot of people do the things that you're being called to do, or to create the ideas that you've been called to create. But this is an energy of alchemy, of transmutation. This is an energy of allowing the old things that have not worked out, or have not actually solved certain problems, or have just not evolved in the way that it should to help humanity. Those things are dying away, and now this energy of wanting to innovate and be first, and be the first one to do something that's very unique, and have the first kind of voice to share a certain perspective. That energy is a powerful energy. It's an alchemical force. It creates a new vibration, a higher vibration. This is a vibration of innovation, higher mind energy, new energy, right? Just the energy of newness and freshness. And this is beautiful imagination as well. So let yourself recognize the alchemy of the Aries. And this also helps activate the fresh starts that we haven't been able to start yet, okay? The Aries season is our time to recognize the astrological new year because it is the first sign in the zodiac. And so, even though we had our new year in January, the Aries season, March 21st, is really our real new year when it comes to the energetics and the cosmic connection that we have. So this means if you tried to start certain New Year's resolutions in January and they flopped, or they didn't feel in alignment once you started them, or they just weren't all the way right, this is your chance to start again in a more aligned way and to really have a lot of support from the cosmos in regards to that as well. So know that it's okay if you fell off a little bit on things that you were trying to start before. Try it again this time, and you might have a completely different energy, a second wind to achieve those goals. But make sure you start it again from an aligned and conscious place. Make sure you notice what things weren't going right when you tried it the first time and redirect it so that you can really have more success this time. Let me know how you're following me. Thank you for the love on my outfit. Thank you, Houston. And love that energy of everybody, just really resonating with this. Thank you, Marie, for showing up. And I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. Yes, she says the reading I had with you was amazing, and I'm truly enjoying everything you said. You're awesome. Oh, thank you, love. Yes, your reading was so beautiful. It was such a pleasure to provide that for you. Hey, Nikki, good to see you. Hey, Jasmine, good to see you. So awesome to have all of you here. All right, so let's keep going with this. So let's see, I think I skipped ahead, so let me make sure I don't repeat myself. Cool. So this is a level up energy, okay? And when we are in a level up energy, we are being called to action, and we are being called to release kind of our crybaby tendencies, and we're being called to step the F up, okay? So ask yourself, where have you not stepped the F up from your goals in January, and why haven't you done it, and what are you being called to do to step the F up now? Okay, because if you have specific goals and you haven't seen any progress towards them, there's something that you're doing that isn't leveling up to that goal, leveling up to that desire. Okay, and things need to be able to run at that frequency in order for you to manifest it. So you've got to meet that goal at that frequency, that work ethic that it takes, that effort that it takes, that positive perspective that it takes, that faith and belief, that devotion that it takes. Whatever that your goal needs, you've got to step the F up and give that goal that energy. Okay, it's the only way you're going to manifest it. And we talked about over the last couple of years how we were all a little bit like, we were kind of spirit babies where we were just learning how to crawl, we were just learning all this information, we were just learning how to really put it into use. And now we're not those babies anymore. We're actually being called to stand and deliver the type of energy that we have been asked to deliver. And it's not easy. It takes a lot of strength, but we've built that strength over time, learning what we've learned and starting to enact it. So this time, there's no time to waste. It's now or never, and it's time to step the F up. Okay, level up. Don't level out. Level up, don't level out. That's my mantra for this month and for this week specifically. Okay. So embrace change, because all the change and transformation that's happening right now is for the sake of our ultimate evolution towards abundance. This was an energy from our galactic guides from Starseed Saturday. So definitely go on my OnlyFans and check out Starseed Saturday, because there's some powerful galactic messages and guidance and downloads in that meditation that I posted yesterday on there. And I posted it absolutely free so that you all can enjoy that Starseed Saturday meditation and really get a feel for what it feels like, because not always will they be free, but this time I really wanted to offer it for free. You can donate on top of that if you'd like to, but it's just an opportunity for you to connect to your cosmic energy, especially for this astrological new year. So check that out as an extra bonus on my OnlyFans as well. But ultimately, we really want to surrender to change, even the unexpected change, even the difficult change, even the change that feels incredibly heavy and hard to deal with, loss, unexpected defeat in certain things. But these are the things that we have to surrender to know that we are being put into a pressured environment that will create a diamond. We will be transformed into those diamonds from the pressure of these changes if we can just surrender and allow the process to happen. Okay, so these are the lessons that we need to learn. These are the skills that we need to build. These are the purposes that we are going to be propelled into when we allow the transformations that are happening to happen. Remember that source, your higher self, God, has a perspective on your life that you cannot fully see and be aware of. That energy has a view of things that you cannot see. So trust that there are things happening behind the scenes that are important for you to experience and that are important for your transformation, and that whatever you're going through is for a reason. Okay. And this is something that Jesus said to his disciples in Matthew, I think it was chapter 24, and he talks about this must come to pass. Okay, and of course, I'm a spiritual person who was raised Christian, but stepped away from the dogmatic aspects of religion and stepped more into the spiritual aspects of the universal law of God and source and energy. And I do value the words of Jesus as a human being who was able to activate Christ consciousness on his path here on this planet in physical form. And that is powerful. So when there's this energy of God and Jesus and their connection, and this message of this all must come to pass. We must understand that sometimes the harder things in life, the tragedies, rest in peace to the victims of the Atlanta shooting, and the ways in which we see discrimination in the Black community, in the Asian communities, Latin communities, etc. All of these tragic things, all of these difficult things that we're seeing, we have to understand that this all must come to pass in order for the pressure of the experiences to create a diamond, to create a new earth that is shining brighter than it's ever shined, because we've allowed the process of transformation to occur. We've allowed these things to be seen so that we can really create change. And the contrast is what allows us to create change most of the time. So we have to honor the contrasts in our life and in the world that are allowing change to occur. And there is duality here, so pay attention to that. We are in like a 50-50 dual split where we see light and dark everywhere we turn. It's almost like just 50-50. It's almost hard to see the majority being light because there's so much of that tragic energy showing up right now. And we're seeing that in everything, but we also must remember that we have the choice of what we are fueling. Okay, we may see both, but which one are we fueling? Which one are we allowing ourselves to breathe life into? And if we keep talking about or dwelling on the negative, of course we want to be respectful, and we want to grieve, and we want to allow for the shadow work to happen, and the heaviness to fade and the healing to happen. But we also don't want to dwell on it to a point of obsession, to a point of pessimism, to a point of defeat and hopelessness. Because if we keep feeding the energy of those negative experiences by putting attention towards them, putting action behind them in regards to, constant reiterating of that energy, then we're going to keep getting more of that. We're going to kind of wind up in this negative vortex versus seeing things for, more of a light that they can be, the change that can be enacted as a result of these tragedies, the things that we can now see that have come to light, so we can really breathe new life into better things, right? That's what we want to focus on, because that's what we're going to get more of when we do. All right, so pay attention to that, and that can be a really great way of how we heal and how we process these tragic things as well that happen in our life and outside of us. Okay. Yes, I'm seeing you all with this energy and this. I love what you're saying, Kevin. The fiery Aries energy from your mom. Yeah, Beautiful, beautiful. And Aries is a fiery energy. It instills passion, it instills desire, it instills action, it just instills this energy of going forth and charging forth. Okay. And so, and being first and being energetically present to do so, and being a leader. Okay. So we're feeling that and we want to use that. We want to channel that. And we do so by seeing the contrast, seeing the things that are difficult to see, but knowing that that's not all there is, that we can actually enforce change by creating the passion and channeling that energy into change. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. How are all of you feeling? Those are all the spirit messages of this week. So let's talk a little bit about the astrology and some numerological aspects as well. Like I said, we are in Aries season. Aries season officially kicked off today. Whoop, whoop. Happy birthday, Aries. And spring equinox was yesterday, moving into today. So we're officially in spring. We're going to see beautiful spring energy, that birds buzzing, bees chirping, beautiful manifestation, new seeds being sown in our life. Then we're also going to see the full Libra moon at the end of this week, the 28th of March. So we're going to talk more about that then. And I'll talk a little bit about it in regards to just what to prep for in just a second. But a few of the transits, okay, the transits for astrology this week. Venus enters Aries. It entered Aries today, okay? And that's where that passion, that desire, that impulse energy can also show up. So be cautious of any impulsive action. I know a lot of you just got your stimulus checks. Make sure you don't spend it on frivolous things. Spend it on self-investment. Spend it on self-care. Spend it on things that are going to help you grow into the leader that you want to be, or to help you innovate the thing that you're wanting to innovate, or really create the project you're trying to create, or be the person you're wanting to be. Okay, invest it in the right areas. Don't invest it in things that are frivolous and are just going to burn away in a little bit of time, or just aren't even you're not going to have anything to show for it. All right. And personal growth is the best thing, because nobody can take your personal growth away. Nobody can take your education away. So these are the things that can be really powerful for self-investment. Now we also have a lot of pleasure and beauty energy with that Venus entering Aries. And we want to make sure that we really enjoy what's pleasurable, what's beautiful in our life. And we fill our hearts with gratitude of all of those things, so we don't lose sight of it. Okay. And then we also felt an energy shift today with Mercury in Pisces, which sextiles Uranus in Taurus. And that is all about surrender. Okay. So many of us are experiencing this maybe frustration, or just this energy of, I've tried everything I could. I've done everything I can. I've attempted it in all the ways I know how. I don't know what else to do kind of energy. And it's calling us to surrender to spirit, to surrender to the divine path and divine timing, to the divine insight that we are meant to have to help us through something that we're facing. And this is going to help us avoid being an emotional bull in the china shop with that Aries energy, by just surrendering instead of trying to wrap our head around fixing it or finding a solution, or continuing to bang our head against a wall on something that we just can't quite figure out yet. We've got to just surrender, not let our emotions tie us up in a knot, and instead just say, hey, it's going to work out the way it's meant to, and it's going to figure itself out when it's meant to. And just surrender to divine source, God, our higher self, for speaking through us to find that solution. Now, on the 23rd of March, which is in a couple of days, Mercury will be in Pisces, and it will be squaring Mars in Gemini. And this is where we may even see some interpersonal conflict, where our communication meets action. So we may feel like we want to act on something that we're trying to communicate, but it may be lost in translation. So be very attentive to what you're doing. Be very attentive to thinking before you act, and thinking before you speak on the 23rd, and just be a little bit gentle with yourself as you figure out the best way to express yourself, and to act upon that and embody that. Then the sun is in Aries, conjunct Venus in Aries, and that is on the 26th. Okay. And so this is going to be a really great day for us to prioritize our self-care. We're going to naturally want to prioritize our self-care on that day. So that'll be Friday. So allow yourself to just kind of take in whatever kind of love and nurturance for yourself you need. Take yourself on a date if you need to, stay in if you need to, just sleep all night if you need to. But let yourself do whatever you need to do to find peace and to feel good on that day, okay? And then finally, we wrap up with the full moon in Libra on the 28th, which we are going to dive way deeper into on the 28th for our next weekly reading. But just to give you a little idea, of course, this is going to be a full moon energy. We're going to want to notice what is ready to be released, healed, cleansed, and let go of in order for our positive growth forward. We're also going to want to notice what things are being called to be chosen over other things, prioritization, right, of certain things over other things that are not serving us, really being able to judge what is best for us and make the decisions necessary to do so. And we're also going to feel this call towards balance of our emotions, our minds, our spirit, this harmony of mind, body, and spirit in whatever ways we need. So we may see some highlighting of areas where we're not stable or we're not balanced. So notice that and pay attention. If you're feeling not stable or balanced in a certain part of your body, listen to that and find balance. Do what your body's calling you to do to find balance. Same thing with your mind, same thing with your heart, your emotions, okay? All right, everybody. And also just another thing numerologically on 3/23, which I believe is Tuesday, that's a pretty powerful numerological value. We've got the 3 with March meeting the 23 of the day, meeting the 2021, and 2021 of the year date is a 5 number. So positive progressive movement forward with that 5 energy. And then the 23 for the day is also a 5. So double 5s there. Then we have that 3 for the month, which is a total of 13. So a lot of shadow work energy available for us for the purpose of moving forward in a positive and powerful way. So lots of quantum leaps we're being called to take. And if you're being called to take a huge leap into your activation of your intuition, into you stepping into your life purpose and really discovering that and finding the faith and the determination and the blueprint to actually embody that purpose, or if you've just been feeling really called to do the deep healing work to activate your spirit and enlighten yourself in this amazing opportunity we have on this planet to do so, definitely reach out to me for the one-on-one coaching program that I have available. I also have a group program path available as well. And I am enrolling for April to September right now. I may extend to May, but most likely not. So this is a really important time for us to get in those consultations and talk about the program if you've always been interested in it, or you're just now really feeling like you're ready to invest in yourself spiritually and in your purpose and path. A lot of my clients are having such success. They have stepped into their intuitive businesses or their manifestation power or their leadership skills. They have created insurmountable abundance in their life and wealth in regards to their well-being and their alignment and their connection to source. And this is the kind of thing that is priceless. It is life-changing, okay? This is the kind of growth that you get to take with you wherever you go, and no one can ever take away from you. This is stuff that you leave with for the rest of your life benefiting from. So if you're interested, please reach out. The link will be in the description once this video is uploaded to sign up for a free 45-minute consultation to discuss the program options and to call you forth into this amazing opportunity to invest in yourself and to lead. Because when we invest in ourselves in a big way, the universe sees that and it decides to invest in us in the same way. Trust me, it happens to me all the time. And that's why I do what I do. And I share this content because I want you all to tap into the same magic, okay? So reach out to me if you're ready for a consultation. I am enrolling for April to September, meaning that is the term that I'm enrolling for. So cut off for the enrollment will be in April or May, okay? So make sure that you get in that consultation and save yourself a spot if you're really ready to do the dang thing, okay? I love you all. Let's go ahead and pull some cards to end everything. Thank you so much for all of your love. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes, Marie. Good job surrendering. You know, everything's in divine timing. If weather is out of alignment or whatever, that is a sign that spirit is still putting some things in place for you, and that is okay. So good to see all of you really, really, really connecting to your awareness and wisdom as well on that abundance that's coming through the stimulus. I see Kevin's comment there. You know, I do see a lot of people spending that stimulus money on stuff that just doesn't make sense, you know, random things that just aren't really helping you reach your goals. You know, is that new new car that you didn't really need helping you, you know, reach your goal to your spiritual peace or enlightenment? Is your, you know, is your payment on, you know, some random like strip club bill or something really going to help you get to where you need to be in your career, right? So these are the things that I'm seeing people do, and it's just like, what? So yeah, I agree with you. You know, definitely make sure to stay wise in what you're doing with your abundance so that you can keep getting abundance in the things you're investing in. So notice where you're investing your money, because if you're investing your money in something that isn't really going towards your goals, then you can't expect to really reach your goals at a timely manner because you're not investing towards that, right? And the universe sees all the ways you invest financially, emotionally, mentally, energetically into the things you want. And if you're not investing in the right ways, the universe isn't going to invest in you in those ways either. All right. All right, my loves, let's go ahead and look at the cards for this week. Also want to pull a card for the spring equinox. So I'm going to do that real quick. Actually, I'm going to do this nature card set for the spring equinox. That one came up right away. All right. First card for the beginning of the week. Boom. Just ask. Just ask. This is about that manifestation energy. It is a time for powerful manifestation. Remember, this is our opportunity to ask for what we want, and we need to ask wisely, okay? I always get this like autofocus off. I don't know how to do it, guys. But just ask, okay? That's really what this card is saying. Just ask for what you want. There it goes. And choose wisely. Choose wisely on what you want, because if you don't ask specifically for what you want, you are going to notice there will be miscreations that occur that you wish you would have thought a little bit deeper on, okay? Oh, Danique, I just shouted you out, girl. You should. I hope you heard it. If you didn't, then rewind because you'll know what I'm talking about. All right. So just ask also says there are many here in the spirit world that can assist you at this time. We are made up of the divine source, your loved ones, friends, guides, angels, and spirit helpers who are waiting to assist you. We are your spiritual team, and all you have to do is ask for our help and guidance, okay? So ask for your help and guidance. Ask for the help and guidance from your spirit guides, from your spirit team for what you want specifically, and you will see the manifestation happen. All right, next card, middle of the week, retreat. Retreat within yourself. Remember, I talked about this as well. This idea of going outside of yourself, focusing outside of yourself on that competition energy, that comparison energy, the imposter syndrome energy, jealousy, haterade. A lot of us have these shadows when it comes to stepping into our leadership, the shadows of the leader. So if you see yourself facing some of these shadows, it is a sign that you're focusing too much outside of yourself, and you need to focus on your own energy, your own path. Be your own competitor. Compare yourself to where you were a month ago or 2 months ago or a year ago. That's how you retreat within yourself and allow that growth to really go where it needs to go, and not to have distractions that don't matter outside of yourself, okay? Last card, end of the week card. Well, this is the last card before the spring equinox card, I should say. And it's intention. Set your intentions, okay? It is time to set intentions for this real new beginning for 2021, the astrological new year. So this is a time to reset the intentions that you set in January according to what you've learned since January on what is actually best for you to do and to achieve, and to shoot for, to be ambitious towards. I'm like, what is the word I'm looking for? All right, so set those intentions. Last card, this is the Spring Equinox card. Ooh, beautiful Spring Equinox card. The 10 of Air. Check out that beautiful, I think she's like a fairy, like a moon fairy or a moon angel. It's like a moon angel or something. Beautiful card. The 10 of Air. This is a card that lets us know that we are activating our voice. And in activating our voice, we are activating ultimate freedom. And so, the air is the messenger element, is the air, wind, air. It sends things from one place to the other. It's the messenger. And when we're activating that 10 energy, we're activating a really complete, aligned, activated energy of it. So we are becoming the messengers of our purpose, of our passion. And the more we can step into our unique voice and let it be our freedom speech, we can step into that freedom path and that ascension. So let your voice be a voice of freedom. Let yourself speak from a free place and allow that to really show up in your path, in a freedom path, etching that path to freedom that we talked about. Oh, my desk looks so nice, you guys. Like, look, check it out. I'm loving the set, man. Okay. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to do a little bell ringing to sign us out. Love all of you. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Happy spring. And may all of your dreams and manifestations come true. Love you so much, and I will see you next week for a brand new weekly reading. Make sure to check out my OnlyFans page. I am going to be posting more about the Shadows of the Leader stuff if you request it. So go on my OnlyFans, subscribe for free, and send me a DM. I'm also posting my Starseed Saturday meditations every Saturday on there now. You can donate to access them, and also you can request your own private Starseed Saturday card pull every week, anytime you want, through that OnlyFans page. I'm also posting more about my story. I'm posting some virtual diary photos and posts and just kind of, random downloads that I get. I'm letting my free spirit fly and just being my full self, uninhibited and just unfiltered on there, which is also really great. Just reactivating my own rebirth in a really beautiful way, rebirthing through, my style, my sense of expression. I recognized that I kind of got away from the way I was vibing for a while. Like, I was still vibing like the same on the inside, y'all, but I wasn't like expressing myself fully on the outside. I wasn't dressing the way I love to dress. I wasn't wearing all my colors and feeling, my sexy, flirty, fun, vibey self. And so OnlyFans has really reactivated, I should say, a new motivation to do that, because it's like remembering who I am, right? And I think Instagram had me a little limited. I was getting a lot of algorithmic, shadow banning stuff, and it kind of created this like hiding of myself. And so now I'm really rebirthing. So check out my OnlyFans, and I love you all so much. And thank you for all the love here. You can always super chat on here as well for donating towards this content throughout these lives. But if you ever want to donate after the live goes up, feel free to go to my OnlyFans and just pick a post to donate to, or just send me a little tip or donation through DM or any of my posts. Okay, that's why I love that platform, because it allows a beautiful energy exchange for us all. So I love you so much. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week for a brand new weekly reading right here at 1:11 p.m. Central Time on my YouTube channel. Make sure to share this reading with anybody you feel like needs it. Also, make sure to like and comment. That helps all of the stats on YouTube, so I appreciate that as well. And I will catch you later.